Hi guys, Chris Smith here. Today I've got a suggestion for you about a way to improve anything. Now it might not actually improve everything, but there's three examples I'm going to give you which will hopefully give you an idea. And it's all about a story or an idea I got from an author called Darren Hardy. Darren is the editor of Success magazine, and he also wrote one of my favourite books, which is this one, which is Design Your Best Year Ever. As it's currently end of December, beginning of January, that's a really good way of design your best year. 2014 could be your best year ever. Have a look at that book, I recommend it. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about today. Today is how can you improve anything? And what Darren said was, if you want to improve something, track it. And what does he mean by that? Okay, I'm going to give you three examples. Or time management. Maybe you say, I never have time to do anything. I'd love to be able to do more of this or more of that, and I just don't have time. The other thing is finances. A lot of people these days are kind of struggling with the money. They haven't got enough coming in, or they're spending too much or whatever. How can they kind of just give themselves a little bit of breathing space? And the third one is weight. If you find that you'd like to lose a bit of weight, and you find yourself not getting enough exercise, or you're eating too much, that might be another thing that you might want to work on. So what is tracking? Basically, all it is write down everything you do related to whatever the subject is. So time management is a good example, because this is something that I'm working on at the moment. And if you just think you don't have enough time for whatever you want to do, then just keep track for a week of everything that you spend your time on. So not every 30 seconds, but what I do is every half an hour I look at what have I been doing for the next half an hour, and I kind of plan it ahead anyway. So it could be that I'm working on my business and doing some lead generation, or I've been talking to some team members, or maybe I've just been doing some admin, or I might be delivering some catalogs to my customers. Whatever it might be, track it all. And what happens is when you're doing that, when you do it over a week, you become aware of where you're spending your time. And you might find, actually, I didn't realise I spend 2.5 hours every day watching rubbish on TV. Or, I didn't realise I spent 2 hours every day just doing admin stuff, keeping my to-do list up to date, or whatever it might be. By tracking and writing down what you're doing every day, you become aware of it, and what happens is you easily identify areas that you can make an improvement without having to pay for fantastic life coaches or anything like that are going to improve the way you're doing anything. So just by tracking it, writing it down, you become aware of changes that you can make very easily. Exactly the same with finances. Every single time you spend a penny out of your pocket or with your card, track it. Write down where did that money go. Any money in, any money out, write it down on the list. At the end of a week or a month, or however long you want to do this over, a month is normally a good time, you might be amazed at thinking, crikey, you know what, I always go for a cup of coffee around midday, maybe a croissant, something like that. That's like £5 a day, which is, 25 quid. That's £125 a month. That could, if you just stop doing that, or cut it down to 2 or 3 times a week rather than every day, you could save yourself 50 quid a month just by a tiny little thing like that. And again with weight, if you're sort of struggling with weight, write down every single thing that you eat, and just at the end of a week or a month, have a look at how many Mars bars, how many croissants, how many pork pies, whatever it might be, you've eaten. And by tracking it, you suddenly become so much more aware of it that just as you're about to eat that third pork pie of the morning, or whatever it might be, you start to think, oh God, I don't really want to have to write another one down. I think I'll leave that for now. And you get the benefits just because you know what's going on all of a sudden. So I hope that helps, guys. I found, certainly with my time management, tracking it has made a big difference to me. I hope some of that will help you as well. Bye for now.